Hi everyone, this is Love Johar. Thank you so much for tuning into this video and thank you so much for watching this channel. In this video, we will try to understand a very important concept regarding GRC, governance, risk and compliance. We will understand in this video what is governance and how to apply governance, security governance in our organizations, what is the method and how to make sure that it is successful in the organization, who is responsible for information security governance in an organization, what are the steps for implementing information security governance, and what are the main objectives of information security governance, which approach should we take, whether it should be a top down or bottom up approach for having effective governance in an organization, and what is the important aspect from a senior management perspective in an information security strategy. So stay tuned, a very important video from a GRC perspective, since you wanted me to create a video on GRC. So this is for you, and please stay tuned and watch till the end. Thank you. So, first of all, let us understand what is governance. Okay, you need governance because in order to control your processes, in order to control your workflows, the way you have designed them, the way you have designed your processes, the way you have designed your workflows, in order to make sure that you have them in place and people follow them as you have planned them, you need some set of rules. Okay, in order to direct, monitor and control the organization's activities. Okay, so that's why you need governance. Okay, so what is governance? Governance is nothing but a set of rules which you need in order to direct, monitor and control your entire organization's activities. Otherwise, what will happen if you do not have proper appropriate governance in place? People might not be following the policies which have been set by you, and there will be lack of any procedures. They will not be able to follow the procedures accordingly. So you need to have some high level sort of governance in place in order to make sure that people follow the policies, the standards that and procedures that are laid out by you in the organization. Okay, and how do you implement governance in an organization? You have to implement policies, you have to implement standards, you have to implement frameworks, you have to implement procedures. Okay, SOPs. That's how you implement governance in an organization. So if somebody asks you in the interview what is governance, you can simply say set of rules in order to make sure that the organization's activities are appropriately directed, monitored and controlled so that you can achieve the business objectives. Okay, so what all factors are there which actually impact the governance? Okay, information security governance, what all impacts the governance process? Okay, the main driving factors for governance in any organization is the vision and mission of the organization. What is that the organization wants to achieve? What is the objective of the organization? What is the end goal? Okay, what are the different functional units in the organization? What all functional units do have? What all the divisions which you have? This will help you to understand what all different procedures you have to create, and what all different SOPs you have to create, what all different policies you have to create accordingly. And then you have to understand what are the different product lines also for the business. All this will help you to make sure that you can apply appropriate governance. Okay, you need to have proper organizational hierarchy structure in place. There should not be a place where a single person at the top is playing the role of a CIO, CFO and CEO at the same time. It should not be the case. So you need to have proper organizational hierarchy structure in order to have proper governance in place. You have to have a leadership structure in the organization. So all these factors are driving factors when we talk about governance in the organization. So who is responsible for organization implementation of information security governance in the organization? Board of directors are responsible, but they do not directly be involved in the information security governance process. So what they do is they create a governance steering committee. Okay, so information security governance steering committee has been created for any organization who wants to implement information security governance. Okay, and who all are there part of the steering committee are nothing but all the senior managers. So here in the previous slide, when we have seen all the different functional units, all the senior managers representing all the functional units are usually a part of this steering committee, where you have information security steering committee in place, and here you have information security governance steering committee, which is responsible for making sure that you have appropriate governance in the organization. And then they report back to the board of directors in case of any issues or any requests related with the information security governance of the organization. So how you implement and establish information security governance in an organization? What are the steps? Okay, so as I already mentioned in the beginning of the slide, the mission and vision of the business, the end goal, the objective of the business is very important part in laying out the information security governance in place. So here also step 1 says the same, determining the objective of the information security program. What exactly does the business wants to achieve? Okay, and accordingly determining the objective of the information security program, and then developing strategy and requirements in place so that you can, along with the business goal, you can align the information security program in place, and then create a roadmap and identify what are the specific actionable steps to achieve the security governance objectives. Okay, so these specific actionable items are implemented by the way of security policies, standards, and procedures, which we have already identified in the step 1. So just to give you a nutshell, what this slide says is, first of all, you have to understand the objective of the business. What is the business trying to accomplish? What is the vision and mission statement of the company? What is the company trying to do? Accordingly, you determine the objective of information security program that you have in place. Okay, then you develop your governance strategy and requirements. Then you create a roadmap of how you implement the information security governance in the organization. Now, what are the objectives when we create a security governance? Why do we do that? What are the benefits? What are the objectives of security governance? So security governance is very important because, as I already mentioned, number 1, security initiatives are aligned with business strategy, business goals, business objectives, and support the organizational objective. That's why you have to make sure that it is aligned. Okay, and if it is aligned, it will help your business growth, your end goal of the business. It will help you achieve that. Okay, second is to mitigate the risk to an acceptable level. When you will implement security governance, you will have a chance to mitigate all the risks which are present, and once you do that, you can bring down the risk to an acceptable level. It's a great accomplishment when you will implement security governance in any organization. 3, value delivery for the business processes. If you will be aligned with the business goals and objectives, you will be able to deliver value for all the business processes also, because you are helping them in achieving their end goal. Okay, 4th is to ensure that security objectives are achieved. All the security objectives which you have outlined in the previous step 1, step 2, and step 3, it will help you to make sure that you achieve them if you have proper security governance in place. Okay. Last is to integrate and align the activities of all assurance functions for effective and efficient security measures. Here, when you see the first slide, it has mentioned that there are different functional units in any organization. So if you have a centralized security governance in place, it will help you to integrate and align all the activities and end goals of all the different functional units, and they can function together along with the security measures in place as well. Okay, so which approach is more effective for governance? Okay, so governance is best ensured by top-down approach. What is the difference between top-down and bottom-up? Let's understand. In top-down approach, policies, procedures, and goals are set down by the senior management, the steering committee. Okay, which we already mentioned, and hence policies and procedures are directly aligned with the business objectives because they are directly in alignment with the board of directors. Okay. And bottom-up approach is different because bottom-up approach is more concerned about policies, not about policies, the procedures, the SOPs, okay, and may not directly address the management priorities. What does the board of director wants? What does the business wants at the end? Okay, so if you want to align the governance process, the security governance process with the business, you have to make sure you follow top-down approach. Okay. what is the important aspect from senior management perspective in an information security strategy? So, what is the important aspect? Why is senior management being involved, and what is the main perspective from their side? Is always to align and the security governance process along with the business objectives, the business goals. That is what I mentioned from the beginning. Okay, that is why senior management plays a key role here in the part of a steering committee. I hope this video makes sense to you. Governance is a very vast topic. We'll keep on discussing this, and I will also keep on producing the more videos on GRC. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions, please add in the comment section. Thank you.